There are curse words in my dreams. Be advised. Hey y'all, I'm Jenn. I'm from Oakland and I'm an androgynous, black, lesbian feminist and a lover of all black people.
This is Daren. I'm an asexual novelist, researcher, and bona fide comic book fanatic from the widest part of Southern California.
Orange County. We're queer millennials with 3 kids and nearly 20 years of marriage.
This is a podcast about the realities of blackness, adulting, and relationships.
This is That Black Couple. She's gonna win, I know it.
I know she is.
Hey, Daren.
Hi.
How you doing? What does that mean?
You know, just I'm doing. It's what I'm doing.
Oh, hold on, let me light this blunt because this sounds like it's a little dramatic.
Dramatic? It don't have to be dramatic. It's just, you know.
All right. So let's talk about this bonus episode.
Yes, let's talk about it. So why are we doing this episode?
You want me to tell the truth?
Yeah, tell the truth.
So we're doing this bonus episode because someone named Darren Jackson suggested that we watch this ashy booty, stanky booty, bootleg ass film called #YouPeople by Kenya.
There was no hashtag in the name. of the movie.
Air quote tragic mulatto Barris.
there was no hashtag in the name of the movie. It's just called You People. That's all it is. It's just called You People. And you know, honestly, if we're being really real, you know, in our free time, which is not much, all we do is watch movies. And we've been doing that through a whole pandemic.
And smoke weed.
And we kind of ran out of movies. So anytime a new movie comes out, I'm like, let's watch it. It's new.
You're trying to make an excuse for why you had us watching the stanky booty, stanky leg, booty leg, bootleg, tragic mulatto film.
Yeah, I mean, going into it, I knew, okay, this is not going to be a good movie. But let's be honest. Probably 80% of the movies we watch, we know is going to be a bad movie.
Listen.
And I did not expect the depths of terribleness that this movie reached.
Okay.
I didn't think it was possible.
Let's preface this, okay? First of all, I like a good bad movie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Bad Hair is an epically awful film.
If you have not seen Bad Hair, go watch it.
It is so good. It is so fun to watch. It is a lovely adventure and a fun ride, okay? There are plenty of bad movies that I enjoy watching because they're not taking themselves seriously.
Correct.
Okay? You People is a different thing. And I have a problem with this type of movie. I've gotten a lot of people reaching out and saying, what was your problem? I thought it was positively enjoyable. I had a great time. I mean, I'm white, but I'd love to hear your perspective. I mean, I date white people, but was this not funny? That's what this episode is about.
That's what it's about.
This podcast is supported by generous donations from our patrons and listeners. Become a supporter today by heading to www.patreon.com/colorcombosmedia.
You can stream the show on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, and SoundCloud. When you listen, please consider hitting that heart button, sharing, giving us a 5-star rating, and leaving some dope comments. This helps us with our page rankings and gets more listeners for the show. Thank you so much.
So, do you want to start or do you want me to start?
I mean, I will start because I feel like you're going to go in really hard. And I'm a soft shoe in. I mean, here's the thing. Like, I was like, let's watch the movie. I don't care. We watch bad movies all the time. Let's just have something on. We'll watch it. You know, it'll be fun. You know, whatever it is, we'll just do it. You know, literally from the first second that the movie started, I was like, what the fuck am I watching?
Yes.
Why is this happening? There weren't even like images on the screen yet.
Yes. It
was just a voiceover talking. And I was like, what?
So let's start off by saying there will be spoilers.
Okay? Yeah, there will be spoilers. Trust me, you'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
You know, you're not missing much.
You're not missing much.
All right.
Yes.
You know, and if after all this you still feel the need to watch the movie,
then go ahead. That's on you, boo.
You know,
that's on you, boo.
You know what you're getting yourself into.
May the odds ever be in your favor.
And so so it started off, and I was like, "What is happening?" Come to find out, it was Jonah Hill and
Kenya.
No.
Air quote.
No. What's her name? Sam J.
Oh.
It starts out...
you're describing the scene.
I'm describing the scene, yeah.
Got it.
It's them talking, and they have a podcast about the culture.
The culture.
Which automatically should be a red flag to everybody. Why is Jonah Hill... Ever doing a podcast about the culture? In any
context or any country or any alternate multi-dimension universe.
Like, why? Right?
Helping us understand the culture.
Why?
Jonah Hill.
And then, to spare y'all the details of the movie, basically the whole movie is about Jonah Hill, who is a Jewish West LA rich podiatrist son
with blonde tips,
with blonde tipped hair
and slicked back hair. He
hair.
looked like he about to either sell me a coffin or a house.
He's like an investment broker.
He might sell me a house with a coffin inside.
That's what he looks like, and he looks like that the whole movie. He never changes it up. That's what he looks
wet.
Like.
He looks moist.
What I will say, I'll give them points for him never having braids. If they had braided his hair, it would have been like, ding, 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 you win.
But what's bad is I expected them to.
I know, and they didn't. And you would think in a movie like this, they would do all the things that you would expect. And somehow, like, they zagged when you thought they would zig.
Because you know why? If they had braided his hair, that would have been them feeling like they didn't take him seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know what? In White Chicks, we saw the hair braid. We all enjoyed it. It made no sense. Ha, 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 ha. Right. And they were like, no.
No, it's the serious film.
It's the serious film. There will be no cornrows.
There are serious topics
We're
here.
bigger than cornrows. Okay.
So basically, the whole premise of the movie, rich Jonah Hill, investment broker, son of a podiatrist, who's the son of a podiatrist, who's the son of a podiatrist, Jewish, goes to services, and all the Jewish women want him for some reason.
Has a household maid.
Right, has a household maid, I think named Margarita.
Who is clearly a person of color.
Clearly. Mind you, they never even show her.
They don't even show her.
They just speak about her by name.
In the background. Like, she work here, y'all. You ain't gonna see her.
And that's where they zag when you expected them to zig. Because I expected there to be a moment where she walked in and made a face like, fuck y'all, and walked out. They didn't even do that. No. They just said, we're just gonna do implicit racism
of course not.
And let it lie.
Yeah, just don't talk about it, because we don't know how to handle anything complicated like that. So we'll just let it happen off screen.
I said you was gonna go in hard, and here I am.
I'm sorry.
And we're doing it together.
I'm sorry. You finish. I'm gonna let you finish.
So basically, that's who he is. And he's like, I have dreams of being a podcaster about the culture, but I'm languishing here as an investment broker in LA. So hard.
My tennis shoes have a crease in them.
Right. That's his role. Then he leaves his office and he's trying to get in his Uber. He gets in an Uber he thinks it's his Uber. Yes. And it's Lauren London. And she's like, what the fuck? Get out my car, bitch. Get the fuck out my car. What you think? You think just because I'm a black woman?
I'm black, you think I'm here to serve you?
And then again, this is where they zag when you think they're going to zig. And he goes, no, I'm not racist. No, I don't think that all black women look the same. No, I don't think just because you're a black woman that you're an Uber driver. But if you look at this picture of my Uber driver,
she looks just like you.
She drives a car, looks just like yours, and she actually looks like you. And then Lauren London goes and looks at the picture and goes, actually, no, she does
look like me.
She does actually kind of look like me. See? Not racist.
Because you know why? We've got to find a way to make the white guy not be guilty of something. It's not his fault racism exists.
Lo and behold, because he got into her car, then she's clearly lost. And he goes, oh, well, I can help you drive around. And then she fucking drives away.
Bitch, no.
And what?
Bitch, no.
You still don't know this white man.
In what fucking universe is a black woman going to be like, yes, random white guy who just got in my car and thought it was an Uber. I would love for you to now guide me around the town in my fucking back seat.
What the fuck is this?
Bitch, we got Google Maps. Stop it.
Yeah, she's clearly lost because the Google Maps is talking to her and she's not following the instructions.
Which means she's not that lost because, bitch, Google Maps.
Yes, she knows where she's going. It's on the map.
Oh, good fucking night.
And mind you, she's from LA. How does she not know how to get the fuck around LA?
Listen, also, LA not that confusing.
It's not, the streets are
we
not
only got a few freeways and they all go the directions they say they're going.
Moving on. Night. So, because of this chance encounter.
But also, hold on, let's tarry there a moment. Because, bitch, let's talk about LA, okay? If this bitch is from LA, she says she's from motherfucking Baldwin Hills.
Yes.
This nigga is from West LA.
Yes.
Tell me in what scenario that he has somehow more know-how about where the fuck she's going than she does.
It don't make no
because
fucking sense.
Because if it's fucking downtown, that bitch lives closer.
Exactly.
That bitch be there. Everybody from Baldwin Hills knows how to get down fucking downtown.
But what's weird is this movie was written by Kenya Barris and Jonah Hill. People that also know LA. So they would know that don't make sense. How does nigga from West LA know how to navigate LA better than her if she in the center of LA and he on the edge?
Make it make sense.
This is the movie, y'all. This is the movie.
I'm not even from LA, and I feel offended.
I'm saying.
I don't even like LA like that. I'm not even an LA acolyte. Like, we met there, beautiful. Thank you, ancestors. But otherwise, fuck that shit.
Right.
But bitch, get it right. At least Issa be getting it right. Bitch, you got examples.
It's not that hard.
I'm heated. Why are we reliving this?
Moving on.
I'm about to just have to rock in my chair.
Moving on. And we're not going to rehash the whole movie because we would literally just sit here for hours retelling the whole movie and how bad every single scene is.
It's supposed to be a short bonus episode.
I know. But then, so they fall in love because this chance encounter. And why does Lauren London love him? Because
he's funny.
He can see her. He's not looking at her just for her ass.
Or her dimples.
Or her dimples. Or
her light skin.
Because she's light skinned, which they also refer to in really negative ways throughout the whole movie.
In multiple ways throughout the film. And most of the time it's her fucking dad.
Basically saying, it's your white grandfather that is rearing his ugly head
to punish
and
me,
turned you light skinned.
To make my baby light.
Like,
nigga, what? You had a baby with Nia Long. She not fucking Jimon Honsu complexion.
Come on now.
But she not black as night.
This is not Lupita.
She can't smile in the dark and we see her that way. It's Nia Long.
Come on now. But again, this is the movie.
It's ignorant.
So then he sees her and they fall in love and they're dating. And somehow I think they actually buy a house together at some point.
They fall in love.
But then after that they go, okay, well now we need to meet
our parents.
You bought a whole house in LA?
They're living together.
In the LA house?
They laying up. Also, LA, first of all, LA not that big, bitch. Somebody seen you.
For real. Like,
y'all got that many siblings, cousins, aunties, and uncles. Ain't nobody bumped into y'all ass at Roscoe's or at Ralph's.
Yeah, mind you, they always at Roscoe's. Roscoe's is low key a character in the movie.
It's only a few of them. It's only a few of them, bitch. It's only a few of them.
Which then, yeah, they meet the parents. And so where does Jonah Hill take her parents? To Roscoe's. Which then becomes a thing like, you thought we black.
Okay, listen, we can't go through the whole film.
I know we're not going to go through the movie. I'm laying the groundwork. This is groundwork.
You're saying groundwork. We're halfway through the film.
Okay. But he goes, right, so you think because we black, we want to eat at Roscoe's. And I'm sitting here, and as someone who was in LA. Because
I'm black, I want to eat at Roscoe's.
Everybody eats at fucking Roscoe's.
Everyone likes Roscoe's.
And most of the Roscoe's are not even, like, in the hood. They're in, like, the bougie areas. Roscoe's is not just for black people. Roscoe's is a fucking landmark. It's an LA thing. All the stars go to Roscoe's. Everybody go to Roscoe's. You go at Roscoe's late at night, it's mostly white people in there.
So Eddie Murphy character, Akbar, clearly didn't know the motherfucking culture then.
For real.
Who are these people?
But that's the premise, right? So Eddie Murphy and Nia Long are Lauren London's parents, and they're Muslim and they're hella black, and they got a kufi from
First of all, Nia Long ain't that Muslim, because the girl was wearing the most revealing clothing, hella makeup, long ass weave. I'm like, okay.
And again, this is the movie. The movie don't make sense with itself,
right? She living her life. Akbar not.
And then, but then, Jonah Hill's parents are, I can't remember their names, I feel bad. David Duchovny and
Julia
Louis-Dreyfus, right? And they're the Jewish parents, right?
Which I think they did a great job.
And I'm going to say it right now, this is my biggest issue with this movie, is they try to conflate Jewish parents that just don't understand black people and are actually well-meaning and trying to understand and actually putting effort and energy into it, but at the same time being embarrassing and looking really bad and looking like well-meaning white people. They try to conflate that with Eddie Murphy being a black Muslim man who just wants to literally undermine his own daughter's happiness.
And it has nothing to do with him being Muslim in particular, right? It has to be with the way they caricatured Muslim identity to make it seem like it has to be about possessing your children, possessing your wife, dictating her whole life. I mean, he literally was text messaging her boyfriends and telling them how to speak to her on the phone. Like, those are types of betrayals and crossing of boundaries that are typically associated with hyper masculine cultures, all the negative sides of Islam, which is not representative of Islam as a whole, right? And so it was more just kind of like embarrassing, like, oh, y'all made him a hotep when y'all was really just trying to write a strict Muslim dad.
Exactly.
Right? And
because
we didn't have to do
what they was doing.
And I talked to some people who were like, was he a 5%er? Like, what? We don't know what the fuck he was. But what we do know is that niggas like that don't be walking around in LA. I've never seen anybody like that in LA.
You know what he was? He was lazy writing. That's what he was. He was lazy writing.
He was made up. He was imaginary.
You can find my mom and dad, aka That Black Couple, on the web at thatblackcouple.com. That Black Couple is owned and operated by Color Combos Media. If you would like to help fund our content, sign up at www.patreon.com/colorcombosmedia. Please consider giving us $5 or $10 per month to help us build our platform and grow our organization. You can also give one-time donations at www.paypal.me/colorconvosmedia. All donations are welcome.
So I think that is good groundwork to lay. I think that the kind of confrontations in the film are very trite, very superficial. You know, there was one point where they had an argument about whether or not the Holocaust was worse than slavery. We don't have to do any of that. Like that.
Who is doing that? Who goes to a dinner table? Who as a black person in America goes to a dinner table with Jewish people
at their house
and start talking about how much they love Louis Farrakhan?
So you can fight about the Holocaust.
Who does that?
This is just basic, like, you fucked up and you an asshole, right? Like, these caricatures of blackness that make it seem like we are just so tone deaf and so unaware of the struggles of other folks of color, other communities, other folks who have been mutually oppressed by white supremacy, anti-blackness, anti-Semitism, anti-immigrant ideologies. Like, we absolutely are aware. We're intelligent. We understand. We empathize. We have deep connections with other folks. There's a whole movement here during Black Lives Matter to connect us to Palestine.
But seriously, think about that. If this Eddie Murphy character was that in love with Farrakhan, he's like, this is my most cherished item.
Right.
You wouldn't even be at the point where you're at the table with these people and your daughter. You wouldn't even be.
So here's what we're actually saying. I think the subtext here is that these characters are just so two-dimensional, right? It's like the white characters have a lot more complexity and depth.
Yes.
And the black characters are very two-dimensional. I would also argue that the women are like one-dimensional, essentially. You know, the black women are very one-dimensional. They are weaves, they are boobs, they are belonging to black men. They are not their own person. And for me, that came through in almost every scene where Nia Long is sitting. She's almost always, if Eddie Murphy's in the scene, she's almost always completely quiet. Just sitting there. Most of her acting in the film is just smiling. Mm-hmm. She's just smiling and having dimples.
And I'm happy that she got a check for smiling and having dimples.
And the same thing with Lauren London. There are whole scenes where David Duchovny is singing and Jonah Hill's like, oh, holy shit, Dad. Oh, my God. Julia Louis-Dreyfus has lines. And all Lauren London is doing is smiling. That's all she's doing. And these are subtle things, right? But when you're in the room and you see a black man, a white woman, a black woman, and you see how they're treating these characters, all of the tropes and the stereotypes about black womanhood come through immediately about how people feel that we should be seen and not heard. We are objects. We belong to folks. We're all about our boobs and our ass and our dimples and our skin tone and our hair and our weave. And you know what I'm saying?
But that's the thing that's so aggravating about this movie is the goal of the movie was to be like, hey, look, these things are bad. Racism is bad. We need to treat people like humans. We need to not treat them as tropes. But they were doing the exact thing.
Right. Even as, for instance, Lauren London's character is dehumanizing herself. Making herself a possession and an object of her father. Making herself an extension of her father. Like, she had all these critiques of Jonah Hill's mother, the Julia Louis-Dreyfus character, and none of her own father, who was infiltrating her whole life and not even allowing her to date people she wanted to date. You know what I'm saying? There was no interrogation of this. There was no critique. The issue was between men. And women were between women. You know, it's like the issues that men had to be talked about between the men. The issues that women had to be talked about between the women, reinforcing this kind of petty gender role stuff where the women are having these like trite conversations because you just don't talk to me how I want to be talked to. And the men are having these really important conversations about how, you know, you're talking about my character and who I am. Even the way that they worked through their issues was rooted in these kind of anti-black, misogynistic ideas about who gets to have empathy and care. And I'm like, damn, this is fucked up. Who wrote this? Like, y'all didn't have no black women on set besides Sam J to help you write? Because Sam J don't even like black women. Listen, Sam J got some one-hitters. That's real funny. She got some one-hitters. That's real funny. But you can't listen to nothing Sam J does all the way through. Because at some point, we're going to get trans misogynoir, or we're going to get some regular old good fashion misogynoir. You know, she has something negative to say about her girlfriend. Every 30 seconds it's some nasty shit about her girlfriend. She can't stand that woman.
But that was the big Sam J joke in this movie is Eddie Murphy gets on the plane. They're going to the bachelor party. And he sits down on the plane and Sam J is there. And he's basically talking to her like, hey, dude, what's do? And she turns to him and she said, dude, I have boobs.
Bro.
And he said, what?
Bro.
What? And then he goes and talks to his son and goes, did you know
That she had
boobs? And he says, they're right there in her chest.
Who wrote that shit? I swear.
And I'm just sitting here and I'm like,
they might be having they 12th grade sons help write this shit.
Here's the thing. The writing of the movie, I think, is the crux of the issue here.
I mean, my God.
It was written, like I said, by Jonah Hill and Kenya Barris. Those were the two.
But you know what?
There were no other listed writers.
It struck me like a team project, where you'd be like, I'll take this section, you take that section. And I feel like Jonah Hill took the white people, and I feel like Kenya Barris took the black people. But the problem is, Kenya Barris don't know black people. He can't write us.
Listen, by their powers combined, you make a monster
what
of a movie.
A horrible thing to experience. Let's talk about that scene you're talking about, right? Because what that also does is it does the gender essentializing, the physical embodiment essentializing that says, oh, there's breast, therefore this is a girl.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we so childish? It is 2023.
I kept saying that through the whole movie.
That is a woman because she is a woman and she says she is a woman, not because of what is on her chest. This is ridiculous. But what are we doing?
But you mean, again, you mean to tell me he got all the way onto the plane and had actually seen this person and interacted with him before and not realized?
Can we talk about the fact that Sam J is fucking pretty as fuck and don't look like no boy? She don't even look like a pretty boy. She just look like a cute ass girl. I mean, I don't know who we're looking at.
At least get someone that's flat chested,
or somebody who got some facial hair.
It doesn't even work for the stupid shit they're trying to do.
Sam J is a cute ass girl. I'm sorry, maybe I'm just hella gay. She looks like a girl to you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, she don't look like no nigga. She got soft ass features and shit. She contoured perfectly beautiful, smooth skin, no facial hair, very smooth, supple lips. I'm sorry, what is it, the haircut? So we get a fade and now we're a boy?
Yeah.
Good night.
But it's also, she's gay, so she's a boy. It's all of these terrible, horrible things.
Also, hey, good fucking night.
But, you know what? That leads me to the next, I think, big issue with this movie. I think those are the two big issues. Number one is they're just trying to do some shit that they shouldn't do.
Don't have the range.
Number two, the second biggest issue is they somehow, in a movie about an interracial couple and how the parents don't understand the interracial couple and try to fuck up their relationship, they somehow center Jonah Hill in the narrative.
He is somehow the white savior in the film.
It's quite astonishing.
My God.
What kind of witchcraft?
He had so much more scripting. He had so much more depth. He had so much more humanity. We saw him in the synagogue with his family. I'm like, oh, this is about him.
We're somehow supposed to empathize with this rich, Jewish, spoiled kid.
And the only people that they use to give us context about Lauren London is fucking Kim Whitley and Mike Epps. And guess who they're affiliated with? Her fucking dad. She has no people. There's no friends. There are at no point.
No, she had friends.
Those were not her friends. Those were her mom's friends.
No, I thought that was.
Those are her mom's friends.
She plays any age in any role.
Those are her mom's friends.
What's her name?
Lala Anthony.
Lala. It's really interesting.
Lala is not Lauren London's friend.
They will slide Lala Anthony into any role at any age. She will be 12 one week. She will be 52 the next. They do not care.
Listen, you know how they weren't friends? Lauren London wasn't talking to any of them. At no point was she physically talking to them.
But that
they weren't
speaks to the
talking
issue.
to her. They were talking to Nia Long.
This was at her own bachelorette
party. And
which speaks to the issue of the movie.
But then think about Jonah Hill's bachelorette party. His friends were like, hey, dude, remember when we went out and we did all that coke and we did all this stuff? And Jonah Hill's like, oh, no, don't tell. He actually had friends. He did stuff with them. They weren't like, hey, Lauren, remember that time? No, it was like she wasn't even fucking there.
The whole point was they're big black women with big breasts and they got
big
the breasts hanging
weaves.
out and they put tattoos in stupid places.
Right.
And that you don't realize they have a wig on, but oh no, the wig got caught in my ring and now I snatched the wig off.
Shit the whole time. That's all that happened. I was like, wow.
It's just very strange to have an interracial narrative where the focus is on the white part.
It's on the white boy. The whole film was about Jonah Hill.
In 2023, it's a different kind of experience.
I mean, I guess we should have known that it's called You People. So I guess he's saying You People.
I mean, honestly, coming into the movie, I thought You People was about
everyone.
Both directions.
Yeah, I thought it was like everyone be like you people to other people, and then we meet them and it's like we have something in common.
But then you realize the black people don't have any issue with the Jewish people.
No. I'm sorry. This is just weird. Okay, let's wrap it up, okay? Because then they break up. They break up because their families don't get along. And then 3 months later...
No. They break up at the rehearsal dinner.
At the rehearsal dinner.
So, again, mind you, that means the whole wedding had been planned, paid for, was about to happen the next day.
Yes.
They was about to get married. And they said,
no.
Our parents, I hate them.
Our parents don't get along.
We should just break up.
So
3 months later.
3 months later, their parents take them to this place. And they're like, where are we going? And then Eddie Murphy pops up. And Julia Louis-Dreyfus pops up. And they're like, we're sorry for not getting along. And then Jonah and Lauren London walk into the room and get married.
I saw that scene and I said, hell fucking no. If that was me, I'd be like, fuck all y'all.
Fuck all y'all motherfuckers.
No. I haven't talked to this nigga in 3 months. He's moving out of the house that we bought together right now.
But also, bitch, the issue wasn't just the two of y'all motherfuckers saying sorry. The whole context and structure is fucked up. Also, there are a whole other parents here. There's a whole other mom. There's a whole other dad. There's a whole community of people who also fuck this shit up. Where the fuck is Sam J? What is going on? Like, there's a lot more cultural, like, restorative justice that needs to happen before I walk down the motherfucking aisle. It was so childish.
It's like you trying to tell me you canceled your whole wedding because they couldn't say I'm sorry. And if they had been able to say I'm sorry, you'd be like, okay, we good. That was not the issue.
I want Kenya Barris to leave us alone. That's all I want.
He's not going to do it. All Kenya Barris does is take up space. And the problem is, and now I feel bad because I watched the movie because now we're part of the problem because we watched the stupid shit because, again, there's not a lot of shit to watch. And at least it's had black people in it. And then you watch it and you hate it. But then Netflix goes, well, look, it got the views.
I gotta go to the airport. Let's go.
Okay, well, let's finish up. Well, look, it got the views. So now, let's give you more stuff. And then we keep having to watch stupid bullshit.
Yeah, no, I know that the well-to-do, middle class, upper class blacks feel very seen by Kenya Barris, and I get it. But at what point do the votes count?
But they didn't see themselves in this movie because that wasn't even who these characters were.
I appreciate you, but they did because they're on social media like, why didn't you like it?
Oh,
yeah. I thought it was hilarious.
Excuse me.
The Hoteps had a time.
Oh yeah, it was for them.
The Hoteps, but a lot of the Hoteps are the middle class.
Oh, I got you. I got
catch it. Catch it.
I got it. Yeah.
There's a Venn diagram, and they overlap.
And it's almost
flesh. It's almost flesh. And I just want Kenya Barris to leave us the fuck alone. Stop writing. And when I say us, I mean black women. Don't try to write black women. Mm-hmm. Stop trying to write black women. And if you're going to have someone on your set write a black woman, have them be someone who actually loves black women. Sam J ain't it.
Just a little bit of effort.
Eddie Murphy definitely don't love black women.
Mm-mm.
So I'm just shocked at Neil Long and Lauren London. I don't know what's happening where they had to take this script.
They want to check.
I understand why Lala was there.
And
Lala makes sense.
Lala will always show up on set.
Lala said, "Is my titty gonna be out?" I'm still trying to make Carmela mad. Do it, girl. I'm not mad at all. If I look like that, I'd be in the movie too. Every movie. I don't have to learn no words. That would be me.
Oh my God. Thank y'all for listening. Before you go, make sure you follow us on Twitter and Instagram at ThatBLKCouple, on Facebook at ThatBlackCouple, and look us up on the internets at www.thatblackcouple.com.
Bye.